Hello, welcome back to the channel. I am drinking lotus root and burdock root tea. How are you guys doing today? Hopefully, you guys doing well. So today, I feel really tired. Maybe because I've been drinking a lot of caffeine lately, and it just makes my whole body lethargic and fatigued. So one of the best thing about being fatigued and lethargic is that I don't get to think about anything else. Maybe in a lot of ways we are doing that. We are trying to do everything in our lives and trying to rush into everything so that we stop thinking of what's actually real for us or what's actually good for us. I mean, if you don't give your chance, if you don't give yourself a split, a tiny second to think about anything else, you just move from one thing to another and just rush, rush, rush. Then you don't have to feel anything except being tired. And in a lot of ways, maybe we are using hustle culture as a way to run away from our feelings, to run away from what we truly need to do, which is to sit with our feelings and to deal with it. Maybe in a lot of ways, that's what we do, especially when we get older. Now, as a millennial, older millennial, I feel we were raised on hustle culture, basically saying if you work hard enough, then you can get what you want. You know, if I think we also raised in that culture, if you work till you drop dead, that's like pride, honor. It's like in Japan, where they actually have a term for when you overwork yourself and actually died from overexertion. I don't know the words, I forgot, but you can Google it. And I don't think that's healthy at all because at the end of the day, we are working for something. We're working for to have a good lives. And I've been looking at the articles about how Gen Zs are basically 75% of Gen Z are not interested in managerial position, and I think they're on to something. I think life is meant to be enjoyed. And I think with the current, and especially there is an understanding, just because you work hard doesn't mean you're going to get anywhere. So your efforts will not be rewarded in any meaningful way. So that's already putting everything into hopelessness territory. And but at the same time, I also feel like like something will happen because I think the way the things are currently going is not sustainable at all. And knowing history, I remember like going into 2020, I have this message in my brain that basically saying, wow, 2020, like the last time we had 1920s, that was like a quite historical part of our um, 1900s basically, because that's when the culture started to happen. And you can always reference 1920s fashion, for example. It's a very distinct uh, era of our lives. But I think the weird bit is that I also noted that 1920 seems very glamorous, but not too far from there, like the depression come in, and then suddenly World War One happened, and then World War Two happened. So from this glamorous era, suddenly all the war and depression, everything just started to happen one after the other. And before you know it, you're coming out of the war era in 1960. So there's a good 40 years there where you basically, I'm 41 years old, so there's a whole entire generations there that basically born and grew up in until their middle age in calamity, where things that just keep bombing each other, where things just kept being destroyed, being built back up. And like that's a very different era. And I think baby boomers had it the best because when they basically got into the society, like it was booming financially because it was rebuilding time after the destruction. It was their parents that will suffer the destruction. And now I feel like we are going back to that era again. We are going back to the era of destruction again as the baby boomer are dying out. I can't be, I can't hide my resentment, I suppose. I'm not blaming the whole entire generations, of course, because of course there are also positive things, right? Like a lot of the things that we have now are probably infrastructures that being built by baby boomers, so can't entirely blame them for all the disasters. But I think the whole entire generation definitely got it better than the rest of the other generations. um I feel like we just don't want to face the truth. I think like there's something wrong with whatever is happening. And right now, I really do feel as if money is not real. I'm having that weird experience of money is not real. Our real life, our day to day life is somewhat not real. Like there is this dystopian feeling of everything is is simulation, basically not a stimulation, it's simulation. Everything is like made up, and we don't have a say in how it is being made up. It's being made up by other people who have money and stuff, because wherever I look, everyone is, it's really rare that I found people who are thriving. So maybe I'm just hanging out because I'm not thriving, so I only hang out with, so I only have access to people who are not thriving. Maybe that's that too. But I feel like I'm in the mass here. I feel like I'm in the mass. I am in the majority right now, and as a neurodivergent that's quite difficult to like to comprehend, to be honest. But I feel like in terms of financial issues and financial status, I'm in the majority. I think I feel like our lives are being dictated by these people who have all the money but don't really know the value of it. Anyway, I feel like we get to that stage where money is so difficult to obtain, wealth is so difficult to obtain, that we have to start finding other ways to consider where our value lies, like to consider what our values attach to. Because I think if we attach our values based on how much money we have, how much money we earn, it's a losing game. And I don't think a lot of people likes that at all. I think we like to feel at least we are not better, but I guess like we are doing well, at least in this particular area. We are doing well, at least in this particular area. We don't have much money, but at least we are well in this area. And I think in the past that probably would be mocked, but I think this time, I think it's a necessity. I think we actually do need to do that because I think like hustling to the point where you drop dead just to chase a few extra dime is not worth it anymore. Like, what are we doing that? Why are we sacrificing ourselves for? It's as if that the world is going towards the slavery direction again, where the lords, the warlords are expecting us to sacrifice ourselves for their sake when they don't even want to pick up their finger to do anything. And I think this is the time where we are no longer putting up with that, where we're like, well, if you want to do that, then do that. Like, do your own work. And money, even though it's still important, and I'm sure there are still people chasing it, it's not as attractive as it used to be, I think. And that's, of course, that's a feeling, that's a speculation that I have. And of course, as Gen Z progresses in the workplace, we like the workplace has to change somehow, right? So now there will be a situation where people, businesses will have to figure out how to make a profit and also recruit talented people to position that cannot be replaced by AI, by technology, for example. But having to pay them actual money so that they can live on and not be called out on it. And also because we currently live in an era where I think you can't hide anymore. You can't do dodgy stuff anymore without other people leaking it out on the internet. And once it's out on the internet, it stays there for a long time. Somehow, some way, people will find it. You know, the internet sleuths are the best. Is better than intelligent agency. Yeah, I think that's all I want to talk about today. I'm just waffling about random stuff, I guess. Yes, I'm just talking because I'm so tired and I'm blurry, I'm lethargic, I'm fatigued, and I keep pushing because I don't know how to stop. I don't know how to relax because feeling relaxed, it feels guilty. Feels like I'm not trying hard enough. And I feel like if I stop and I become sick or become destitute, then people gonna blame me. It's like you didn't work hard enough. So I feel like, oh, I'll have to keep working hard so that even if I become destitute, even if I become sick or whatever, I can say it's this is not my fault. I tried very, very hard. And then of course people would still come and blame me anyway. You worked too hard, you didn't maintain your health, blah blah blah. So my point is take care of your health, don't work too hard, give yourself a rest because money is not going to be money soon. I feel like a financial reset is going to happen. And you will need your stamina when that happens. You will still need your health when that happens. You can't spend it all right now. I think you have to ration it out so that when an opportunity comes, because changes are going to come in a very rapid manner. And I think there's going to be a lot of waiting around and reserving your energy so that when an opportunity that you think is really good come your way, you can jump on it without regretting the fact that you can't because you don't have energy to do it. So yeah, anyway, that's all I wanted to say today. I know it's a bit short, but I'm tired. So that's it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoy your week so far, and I'll see you in the next talking video. My name is Valerie. I'm a solo digital creator. I am I have a lot of works on the internet right now, so just check out my description box and see my links if you want to see what's available online of the things I have created. I'm running on autopilot, guys. I apologize for not bringing my best towards you. Hopefully, you take care of yourself, take care of your health, and take care of your whole aspect of it. You know, stay blessed, everyone.